man. But let's move on to Kanye's arch nemesis, former arch nemesis, however you want to call it. Drake has signed a female artist for the first time. For those who don't know,
here goes the basement.
the OVO sweatshop. For those who don't know, Drake has OVO, the label, OVO Sound, I think is the full title. And this year, OVO Sound, Drake's record label, OVO Sound, is going independent for the first time. A full independent record label, Drake. So it's not under any major. He is, but not his label.
Okay.
So OVO, and the first release, top of the year, I believe, was the Pop Can song with Drake, Weekend Done. And then the following month, or a couple weeks later, it was the Party Next Door song.
That's what I was gonna say.
That we reacted to. That one, Her Old Friends. And now we have a new artist that Drake has signed. Her name is Naomi, Sharon. Right. And Drake said that he was going to sign a female artist back in 2019 on Rap Radar. Here's the clip. And yeah, now we have it, a female artist.
19?
2019.
So it was already
4 years ago.
premeditated.
For sure.
He laid his eyes on her, had her.
Sign a female artist because I enjoy writing songs for, like, from that perspective. And obviously, you know, I don't really have too many places to place those records. So it would be nice to link with a female, like, in the years moving forward and try our hand at that. My big thing would be I'd love to, like, sign a female artist because...
Listen, and in that perspective, where he's talking about him writing the songs, because he likes to, you know, people make fun of him, the 21, can you do something for me? He's saying, yo, I want to kind of write more in that level of, like, you guys make fun of that, but I do want to write, like, on a girl, on some girl shit. You know how Yachty wrote the City Girl song that blew up.
Right.
So he wants to do that, but he's like, I'd rather, I guess, do it for my own artist. And now he has her, and this is the girl right here, Naomi Sharon. Beautiful young lady. You know, she's going viral. People are catching up onto this, like, wow, she's Drake's artist. Wow, she's a beautiful young girl. And her music's not that bad either. It's pretty good. She reminds me of a combination between Georgia Smith and Snow Allegra, in my opinion. Gives me that vibe.
She legit looks like
and even aesthetically, she looks almost like them. Like, she's beautiful. I hope they keep it professional. Obviously, you know, Drake is a number one.
Well, I think she's married.
Ladies. Oh, really?
Yeah, because I went on her page. There's a guy on her. No, I went on her page. I tapped into it, and what I liked about her was she was just herself. I did like that. She was authentically herself. And when you scroll down further, because I kept saying the same thing to myself. I said, Drake. I was like, Drake. Ladies. I was like,
marriages before.
You know, he did. Well, so when I literally, like, I was like, Drake, female artist, Drake. So I legit went on, and that was my perspective, right? Yeah. So I kept scrolling. I seen her natural, everything about her, and I seen a guy on there. If I'm not mistaken, we gotta check out her Instagram. But she was in some post with, like, you know, like, she has her own life, like her family.
God bless.
Yeah.
Them.
So which is what made it more like, you know what, this is
more realistic and more we want that.
There's no motive.
Yeah.
There's no motive behind this. It's professional. Like, he generally is pouring into, and that's why he said, I want to generally write for an artist and female artist. So that's why he got me in there, like the genuineness of me seeing, because there's little things sometimes that can have you, like,
100%.
You know, like,
I love that though. I love that and I appreciate that, support that, and also it's dope to see. But then you're gonna have some people who are like, damn, okay. But what about everyone else that's been on OVO? Because people always complain about the OVO artists not really releasing as much or not being pushed, quote unquote, by him.
Oh my God!
They always had that rumor, the sweatshop.
Yeah, the sweatshop. So basically, if Drake sees you as a talented artist, I work with so many producers and, you know, writers, and they're like, yeah, we be in a studio and it's like a joke in the industry as overall. They're like, yeah, Drake sees you as a, you know, whatever. He puts you in a room. And you just produce for him. Anything, one of my boys always says, he's like, anything you come up with that's nice, if Drake likes it, it's his. But he'll give you a life. He's like, my boy gave me the metaphor like this. He said, Drake says, anything you want, cars, house, blah, 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 you're going to look at that song and be like, no, Drake, it's mine. Like, he's like, no, you're going to be like, yeah, sure, all right, cool. Another car, you know what I'm saying? So that was like the storyline of being under
Drake's.
Yeah, under Drake's umbrella. He likes it, it's his.
He's a powerful man. At the end of the day,
listen, I guess if he gives you the writing credits, fuck it, I guess. I don't know.
Listen,
are you selling your soul for the easy life, or no, I'm going to release this music?
The thing is, with his artists, whether they drop or not, you can't deny the quality. Magic Jordan is really good. Division's really good. Party Next Door's always been phenomenal.
Roy Woods.
Roy Woods has been great as well. I think that's where it really ends. Really with this, with now her. Even though she just dropped, her stuff is good. I recommend people checking it out. So it's quality. Maybe that's his thing, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to flood it, and he doesn't want to make it too obvious, because you can argue that every time there's an artist-ran label, it kind of fails or fizzles. Maybach Music, there's not really no Maybach Music no more. There was, it doesn't really, it's just Rick Ross now. It always happens. Young Money, it fizzled. It's still, they still rep it, but technically on paper, there's not really, there's these new artists, you know, Euro, the, who else, the young girl they just signed, I forgot her name, but there's not really like how it was, you know, Bad Boy, everything, when there's like an artist or a major public figure behind that label, it kind of fizzles. So maybe Drake's trying to avoid that.
What I was studying about it, I was wondering, is each of them in their own market? You know, and that because, you know, sometimes we want to, like, you know, obviously with the Young Money, everybody was on that radar in our urban market, right? But I feel like with all these other people, are they in their unique market? I feel like she may have a unique market.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and music is so, we're in America, right? And music is so universal, but there are certain countries and certain continents that literally adapt to certain people. We in America may not be like, oh, but they're huge somewhere else. And traveling internationally, if you're on flights, like when we travel, like you find, we discover different music all the time, and we're like, yo, and different artists, we're like, you know, Cape Verde, everywhere we go, we find these other artists, and they're killing it other places, like big in Africa, they're in Europe touring around. And I'm like, so is Drake signing artists that and he knows what markets to put them in as well? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Popcan, speaking of international, Popcan's his artist. Let's not forget, that's his actual artist. I forgot, that's an OVO artist, Popcan officially. So he definitely is tapping international with that. And Popcan has success. Popcan's always, you know, been big. And
that last song, I don't know about that one, though.
Yeah, the new song was alright. But Popcan had a big song with Drake. I forgot prior to this one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, but
so Popcan is his artist.
Yeah, that's his artist. That's OVO.
Was that the original? It originally started like that?
So it was like a collab vibe. They always would say OVO Unruly. Like Popcan always said that OVO Unruly because Unruly is Popcan's thing. But now I feel like this year it seems like it's just OVO only under the actual.
So was that collab strategic to like
probably to leverage him up?
They gon' love me for my ambition.